If you're doing or speaking any form of evil that's not according to the Bible and others see you, they may want to do the same thing after your ways. So that's why we're talking about King Von right now. He was a famous rapper, had millions of views on YouTube, SoundCloud, all those other media platforms, and he did nothing beneficial for our people. So what we're telling you, if you continue to listen to those rappers, you will eventually fall out their ways subconsciously.
Nariah, you the GOAT, boy.
RT, you good, bro?
Benzion, you the man. I've been doing this here, man.
Crazy coming back and crack the sky, he come with fire. Babylon, yeah, it gotta burn, yeah, papaya. Damn, where you read that at? It's in the Bible. I tell you what you're afraid of, a black messiah. Crazy coming back and crack the sky, he come with fire. Babylon, yeah, it gotta burn, yeah, papaya. Damn, where you read that at? It's in the Bible. I tell you what you're afraid of, a black messiah. Christ, he coming back to save his people from the enemy. The same people stole us, then they sold us to the enemy. Came on a slave ship, shackles on my damn arm, yokes around my neck, on my feet, so I couldn't run. Me, shack.
So y'all ever seen Pirates of the Caribbean, right? Have y'all seen that movie before? Anybody? You have? So when they found that big old pile of treasure and they opened it up, they seen all that gold, all the rubies, all the gems and all that. That's something that looks real good, right? It's enticing to your mind. God's comparing his people, which is y'all five, to a peculiar treasure. He sees y'all as the most fine gold, the most fine precious stones that you can think of.
Right.
Y'all the best thing on this earth. In God's eyes, maybe not in the world's eyes, but in God's eyes, y'all are special. And y'all gotta understand that, right? And it's things that y'all must do as young men and women when y'all grow up. It's things that y'all must listen to and must not listen to growing up on this earth. So give me that in 1 Corinthians 15. You know what I want? 33.
Sir.
Concerning King Von, right? So what's your name? Huh?
Oh, Nyla.
Say that again.
Nyla.
Nyla. So Nyla, how old are you?
10.
You 10, right? So King Von. King Von is dead, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start right there. How did King Von die?
Got shot?
He got shot.
Did he get shot for standing up for his people, trying to bring them to a better position?
For taking up.
For doing what? Go ahead.
He got shot for standing up for himself.
Yes, sir.
For standing up for himself.
So he fought, and the opposite people shot him.
Who was the opposite people? Was it white people?
Hey, no, it was black. It was kind of.
So is that something that should be going on in our community? Should Bloods and Crips, should GDs and Vice Lords be a thing to join in our community? No, not at all. So guess what? We cannot listen to people that promote and partake in those activities.
Right.
That's going to only lead you to jail, to you yourself being killed, or you yourself being put on parole and probation for the rest of your life. Now, if you get a simple ticket, automatically every single time you're going straight to jail for the simplest thing. That's what these nations want to have our people in, starting at a young age, starting at 10. They want y'all to listen to King Von, the Baby, Juice WRLD. Give me some more names. Y'all young, give me some names.
I can't say it.
You said what? Young boy, NBA young boy. Essie, who?
Sexy Red.
Sexy,
Ugly Red.
do not listen to none of that, my sister. Sexy Red, Suki Hana, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, all of those, that's not an image to look forward to be like.
Right.
You should want to be like your foremothers, Ice Spice. You should want to be like your foremothers, Mary, Susanna, all these beautiful black women who stood up for the laws of God. That's who you want to look up to be.
Right.
So it's high time our people pick up this Bible and read it for themselves. But watch this, 1 Corinthians 15 and 33.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15 and verse 33. Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners.
Now, what did that just say? You ain't even listening. This for you.
My mom makes us listen to gospel.
Okay.
You need to.
You said you baptized. We can get on that too. I want to make sure y'all stick on the topic right now. Read this one more time, then I want you to explain this. Watch this.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15 and verse 33. Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners.
So what do you think that means? It's a evil communication corrupt good manners. What do you think that means?
I think it means when you talk down on somebody, it makes them feel like deep down inside, like they know like what they're supposed to be doing, but instead they like talking dirty back to them, which corrupting like.
Okay, that's a form of it. You're absolutely correct. If you're doing I'm gonna make it more broader for you, right? If you're doing or speaking any form of evil that's not according to the Bible, and others see you, they may want to do the same thing after your ways. So that's why we're talking about King Von right now. He was a famous rapper, had millions of views on YouTube, SoundCloud, all those other media platforms, and he did nothing beneficial for our people. So what we're telling you, if you continue to listen to those rappers, you will eventually fall out their ways subconsciously. How you doing, my sister? You doing all right? Do you know who you are according to the Bible? Do you know who you are according to the Bible? Do you know that you are a princess of God? Do you really?
Stop lying. I've been one. You need a Bible.
You said you've been one? So, with that, is Sunday church according to the Bible? Let me ask you that.
I go there. Yes.
You say yeah?
Sunday and Monday.
You said Sunday and Monday, right?
Wake them up.
Monday.
I think Sunday is like just like for God. I think every day should be for God. It's just not one day that we all get to praise Him, and then like Monday through Friday, they just straight back to church like they know.
Right. You are 100% correct. Because guess what? In the Sunday church, they are not teaching God's commandments. They're only teaching you a feel-good music. You going in there, paying your tithes, paying your money, getting a good song and a dance. You see some older women screaming and shouting, jumping around the place. And now, Monday morning, back to the same thing. Because guess what? They are not serving God the way He wanted us to serve us. Give me that in Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8. God has ordained a specific day to worship Him, and He has criteria that we must follow in order to do it right. Let's see if God said the first day of the week, Nala, is God's day. You with me? Watch this. Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
So, when you look at the calendar, right? What's the first day of the week?
Monday.
Really?
Sunday.
Sunday is the first day of the week, right? So God said what? Read that part again, 6 days?
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
So He said 6 days shall you do all your work and all your labor, right? So starting at Sunday, then you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, right? So those are the 6 days that you do all your work and everything, right? Come on.
Verse 10. But the seventh day.
But the seventh day. What is the seventh day? Who knows?
Sunday.
That's the first day.
Friday.
Saturday. Saturday is the seventh day. But let's see what God said about this seventh day of the week. Y'all with me? Come on.
But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work. Thou. Verse 11. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested on the seventh day.
So God rested on the seventh day. Give me Leviticus 23 and verse 3. All right, you good, but make sure you understand this. The seventh day is the Lord's day. It's not Sunday. That's not the day we should be worshiping God on. That's not the day we should be going to church, clapping our hands together, doing a song and a dance. That's not how we worship God. We worship God on the seventh day. All right? And there's things that we must do and must not do in order to show God that we're serving Him. Where y'all going? Don't go too far off unless y'all going home.
Curfew.
Huh? Curfew, okay, I understand that. I ain't gonna hold y'all too much on that. But make sure y'all take them flyers to your parents and tell them that Jesus looked like what? He looked just like y'all. He ain't no white boy. Huh? When you get at home, tell your mama and them to come out here. We're out here for them, all right? Where we at?
Leviticus 23:3.
Yeah, where what you got?
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23 and verse 3. 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. You shall do no work therein.
Hey, my brother, what's going on with you, man? How old are you? See, that's what we don't want to do growing up as a young individual. When you got grown men speaking to you, you don't want to turn your back to them. We out here trying to bring solutions back to our people. We got to leave the gangs. We got to leave the Bloods, leave the Crips, leave the Vice Lords alone. That's only going to lead you straight to jail and straight to hell.
Right.
It's high time for our young men to wake up and leave that lifestyle. Give me Exodus chapter 23 and verse 2. It's high time we leave that lifestyle. Put the flags down. Put the guns down. You ain't old enough to be doing none of that. It's not cool. It's not for you. It's only going to end you up dead or in jail.
That's right.
You are a God on this earth. It's high time you start to act like it.
That's right.
Read what you got.
The book of Exodus,
for y'all too.
chapter 23 and verse 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil.
See what God is telling y'all? He said, don't follow a multitude to do evil. So your gangs, your guns, your violence and all that, God said stay far, far away from that. Right? Come on.
Verse 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to rest judgment.
Proverbs 1 and 10. So I know out in Asia we got a lot of Bloods out here, right? Am I right about that? Got a lot of Bloods out here. And what do you see them doing on a day-to-day basis? They just posted up on the corner. Huh? Right, said robbing people and going to jail shooting. Do you think God is pleased with that? So guess what? When those young individuals do that, and they come across an innocent young man like yourself, but just because you was around that crowd and the cop is really coming to get them, guess what may end up happening to you? You might get shot when the bullet was meant for them. That's why God said, make sure you do not follow a multitude to do evil. So those gangs and all that, stay far, far away from them. All right, and I'm finna give you a scenario. I'm finna let God give you a scenario of what you must apply. You got it?
Yes, sir. The book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 10. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not.
God said, if sinners, anybody doing evil, talking about robbing, shooting, killing, sleeping around with different women, selling drugs, doing drugs, if a sinner comes to you telling, hey man, this is what I got for you, what did God say to do?
My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not.
He said, consent thou not, meaning what? Don't even listen to it. Run far away. Leave them alone, because they will get you killed. They will get you ended up in jail. And you may not be. This happens all the time. It goes back to the scenario I was just talking about. A lot of times when gangs is involved in a war, right? Say you just around them, just to be around them. But the opposite gang come through the block, start shooting up the place. The individual they've been aiming to shoot at never gets hit. It's always the innocent bystanders around them that get hit every single time.
Right.
But if we knew who we were, first and foremost, those drive-bys wouldn't even happen.
Right.
The gangs wouldn't even be alive if they knew, the black man knew that he was a God on this earth, that he was an Israelite and not a nigga, a real nigga, a GD, a vice lord, none of those evil derogatory terms, none of those evil things will be happening to one another. We will understand that Jesus looked just like me and you. And if I knew that you and you look like Jesus, guess what? I'm going to treat you and you just like I would treat Jesus if he was on this earth. You wouldn't shoot at Jesus. You wouldn't try to rob him. You wouldn't try to kill him. You wouldn't try to do no evil to him. You will love him and show him that you really care about him by abiding by his commandments. Point blank, period. Come on.
Verse 11. If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood. let us lurk privily for innocent without cause.
So this is something they do all the time, right? They say, look, man, I've been seeing Mr. Johnson, he got him a nice 85-inch TV. An Xbox, what's the new Xbox?
Series X.
Series X. He got a brand new Xbox Series X. Is it PS6 out? PS5. Brand new. Got 4-5 terabytes on there. Got 100 different games on there. He goes to work from 9 to 5 every day. Never, not once, did he come home early. He said, look, man, I got this thing all mapped out, man. If you come with me, I'll give you the Xbox. I'll take the PS5, and we'll sell the TV, split the money in half. If they come to you in that manner, what does God say?
If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood. Let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as a grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit. We shall find all precious substance.
He said, look, man, we may even find more things that I already peeped out. He may got a safe in there, may got stashes of money, thousands of dollars. Don't let none of those words entice you to follow after them and rob an innocent individual. No matter how planned out, stress-free of a situation they may have for you to get in and out of the house without any police calling, leave that alone. Because they will come to you with a good game plan thinking they got it all right. Just because you wanted that new Xbox since you was, how old are you? Since you was 7 years old, you've been wanting that new Xbox. Been seeing it on TV all the time. Right. Been asking your mama every day, look, mama, I done got good grades on my report card, got all A's. Can I finally get this Xbox? And she tell you, look, honey, I ain't got the money. But then here comes Satan with this scenario we just talked about, with that whole game plan. Don't let that entice you. Because the devil will try you in situations like that. You're a young man. You got a lot to experience. You haven't even hit 18 yet. Things will turn up for the both of y'all when y'all become that age and y'all hit high school. Then y'all start seeing women, again with the gangs and all things, man, so on and so forth. So y'all got to make sure as young men, y'all make sure y'all take this Bible seriously. Pick it up and read it for yourself. Don't wait on your parents to teach you. Don't wait on your pastor to teach you, because they're not going to teach you nothing. Those pastors in no church right now, they're not going to teach you anything beneficial for you. They just want you to feel good, and that is it. Us men out here right now, we're trying to give you godly instruction of how you should be growing up as a young man in this earth. All right? Come on. What verse you with?
13.
Come on.
Verse 13, we shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Cast in thy lot among us. Let us all have one purse. My son, walk not thou in that way with them.
What did God say about that? You tell me. Read it again.
My son, walk not thou in the way with them.
What did God say? Say what? Don't walk with them. No matter how cool they may seem, don't go with them. All right? It's only going to be evil waiting for you at the end. Come on.
My son, walk not thou in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from their path, for their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood.
He said their feet run to evil, make haste to shed blood. Y'all got to understand that. Because a lot of, going back to the scenario we talked about a moment ago with King Von and all these other famous rappers. They are loved and known by millions of people, but for doing evil. That's what this world wants for our young black men. You will never see positive messages like we're preaching right now be put on a mainstream platform. Why? Because we're living in the land of our captivity.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. the Lord.